stacji można przesiąść do Japan Station Passengers for Avenue Train.
Wow! Greetings from Warsaw.
Greetings from Warsaw.
Sun.
Następny przystanek Rondo ONZ.
Happy Sunday. It's our last day in Warsaw, so it was a nice like short weekend trip. Honestly, this is the kind of trip that I like where it's like not so not so much activities but just enough to kind of immerse yourself in the city. We just had breakfast and checkout is like in a few hours. But I wanted to show you what I got. I actually picked up this book. I didn't expect to see this book, and I have no idea what this book is or was when I saw it. But I really liked the cover, and I really liked how the chapters were broken down. And I saw the blurb by Katie Hassel. So I was like, oh, I think this is a good book. So I'm going to start reading that, which is, I think, a really great accompaniment to how I've been kind of navigating my creative practice at the moment. Like being a lot more introspective, trying to observe more, and also like reconnecting myself with what it means to make art and how to have a better relationship with it, not being like output focused. Not much progress in my sketchbook. I do want to geek out for a bit about the typography here because I really like the typography. And also, I looked up Polish design yesterday. So there's the PRL, which is like very mid-century inspired. And then there's the Polish school of posters. So I found those really interesting, trying to figure out like how can I use those elements and get inspiration and use that for my design work, illustration work. I think my main takeaway is I really like the branding here and a lot of the logos and type. Also, found out that I really like my plotter, so I'm using this Plotter Mini 5. It's my first time taking it out traveling. Haven't really found a purpose for it, but I realized that this trip helped me figure that out because it's so compact. Like, I've just been writing things that we did. I'm gonna spend the morning drawing a little bit more. I did take a lot of photos. I used to have huge like painted spreads every after trip, and I realized like when I was working on those before, I was so focused on finishing it, so I have something, a photo to take before I leave the place, and I was like, I have no time for that. Like I just want to kind of make this sketchbook practice a way for me to understand my daily life, where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I think that's pretty much what we're gonna do today. Also, my travel journal is actually empty, but I'll show you when I'm journaling like how I ended up filling it. I actually only stamped the partner shop stamp. We went to the partner shop. So I'm excited to fill that up once I'm back and kind of, get reacquainted with the process of documenting. And usually for like short trips like these, it's just 3 days. So there's nothing really much. I try not to overdo it. Maybe like 4 spreads, depends on what was the highlight of the trip. So here is a peek of the finished journal pages from my trip to Warsaw. It was a short weekend trip, so as much as possible with short trips, I didn't really want to overdo it with the spreads, but I think I did pretty much okay. I think the benefit of using a passport size is that you don't really need to fill up everything, and I do a lot of process of elimination in terms of like what ephemera to add or how much do I write, and I think I've been getting the hang of it in terms of using as much as I can and keeping things compact. So this is the first spread. It has my tickets. I wanted to put both tickets because this is the single trip ticket and this was the weekend ticket. I think the weekend one was really worth for the price because we basically was able to use it throughout Friday to Sunday. And then I wrote a little blurb here of en route, like getting there. We mostly took the tram, so this is the tram. And then the next one, I have a spread of, this is actually a ramen shop, and obviously I needed to find ephemera to keep, so this is the chopsticks packaging. And in a way, it felt like it matched the partner shop stamp. So before journaling, this page was already stamped with the partner shop stamp. This was the day after, so this was the first day, April 17. And apart from the monotonous, black and white thing, I randomly found a set of stickers that had these like Japanese food. I think it's from new retro. I got it from High Tide downtown LA, so I think it just matched perfectly with like the ramen storytelling that we have on here, like getting ramen for our first dinner of the trip. And then I actually printed out a photo of my IG story. So actually this was 4, but the first one wasn't so relevant, so I just cut it up. And I figured it would be a great solution to cover this stamp because it was, you know, it obviously ghosted on the opposite page. So apart from that, I also added a couple more things from my stash. So there was like a coffee cupping poster that I was able to snag. It was like a small flyer, and obviously I had coffee, so I thought it would be nice, like pop of yellow to add to like the sun. So this one is a list of the places we went to on Saturday, which was our main touristy day. And sometimes I would go ahead and like write every single thing that we did in every place, but for this context, the main highlight was actually going to the Moomin Cafe in Warsaw. So then I just kind of wrote everything here and not really like elaborate too much on it. If anything, my plotter does have a lot of the info and like what exact things we did. So for example, which coffee I ordered exactly in El Cafetero, what we did in this bread and bistro place, you know. So apart from this, Saturday was the Moomin Cafe highlight, so I really wanted to dedicate a spread for this. I got a lot of my pink and green elements because we got stickers from the cafe, and the dessert and drink I ordered were also very spring themed, so I figured that was like a great way to kind of incorporate those things. I also want to shout out to the partner shop. I don't know how it's pronounced, Variaki Papiri. So they had like a Kita promo, so I got like a set of 3 Kitas. So I have this one. I also got these 2. So this one is really, really nice. And then I decided to use that as well. I think I'm really embracing the lovely colors of spring. And then I also wanted to use ink that was, you know, in theme. So this was actually a Sailor ink. It was an Ankara exclusive in Tokyo, in Ginza in Japan. Usually around this time I'm like 95% done, but if I see things that I want to stick on, I would definitely add that in. And then this is the last spread. Kept it really simple. So I love this like abstract-ish sticker that I got. So I bought this sticker sheet from one of the souvenir shops there, and I think it was enough to use for my journaling. And I really love this abstract design of the Palace of Culture and Science, so I added that there, and I thought it matched so well with this so nice sticker. I didn't want to throw away. This is a loyalty card actually for this bakery and bistro, and I really loved the branding, so I decided to keep that, as well as this was, I think, the receipt for the weekend ticket. And you'll see that it's like subtly like red and black elements, and I think I wanted to keep it that way in kind of an homage to like the architecture and the style of Warsaw. It has like this like modern slash traditional aspect. It's a really interesting mix of buildings. Like my main impression coming out of that trip was like a lot of it is very urban compared to Berlin for sure, and a little bit of brutalist. So yeah, I was really, really inspired by that whole concept. I'm really, really happy with how this little journal session turned out. I think I worked on it for like an hour-ish. So yeah, I'm keeping the rest because I have a couple more trips in Europe lined up. So I definitely want to make this a Europe vlog. I'm really excited to explore a couple more countries, and I'm really happy that I was able to bring my TN Love and Trip for the first time. I actually need to change this up because I got new charms from the cafe here. So I actually want to switch it up to this one. Maybe I have to put this back in my brown. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this travel and journal with me episode. And if you'd like to know more about the process, I posted the full process video of this journal session on Patreon. our creative growth club. I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!